time to get rowdy. This is your co-main event of the evening. Our first fighter, he's fighting out of the red corner, representing Niagara, BJJ, Scott Jutras. Fighting out of the blue corner, representing Frontline Carlson Gracie, Andrew Mcinnis.
So our co-main event of the evening, we have Bellum Quintet veteran Scott Jutras taking on Ontario Canadian legend Andrew Mcinnis. Been around for years. Kind of comes and goes in the scene, but always a dangerous guy.
Yep, he was always known as MMA fighter as well, and known for his amazing jiu-jitsu in the cage.
Yeah, for sure. As the fastest unconscious submission in MMA history.
Is that right?
13 seconds.
Wow.
Which is
13 seconds to put him to sleep.
Yeah.
Wow.
To get the submission, walk it in, and have him be unconscious.
Guillotine or something, I imagine.
You know what? I don't know what it actually was.
Impressive, regardless.
Guillotine, maybe a triangle. You could hit something like that quick too. Both lanky guys. Scott recently competed against Canadian phenom Dante Leon. Both guys very flexible. He's really creative. I'm curious to see what they bring to the table tonight.
Kind of resemble each other quite a bit, right?
They do. I was thinking that even their game is kind of similar.
That matchmaker, right? Jeez.
Well, he's the best. just the pro.
Scott looking to come up, maybe get a sweep out of this. Nope, Mcinnis puts him back down.
Deep overhook for Scott. That can be a great setup. That's one of my favorite positions to start from. Building towards triangles, building towards Kamaras.
I know you love that one. Guys put their hands on the mat. You get the overhook, and then you start working from there.
That's a trigger position to attack for me. Andrew wants to pull Scott's shoulder towards his hip. He wants to keep that shoulder blade flat and not allow Scott to start to angle towards the free arm. Looks to be doing a good job of that. Scott, nice transition to, this is called the double bag rubber guard. In lieu of controlling the hip, he's elected to control both legs. Starting to frame up into New York. Andrew trying to make Scott carry the weight of his own body, which can sometimes compromise flexibility, can compromise mobility, and if you start to try to adjust into one of those omoplata attacks that's available there, you will slide off the body. So not a bad strategy, although it can cause some attrition in terms of energy for the athlete carrying the weight as well.
Carrying that weight, yeah.
Can sometimes be some interesting leg lock entrances from these standing guard positions. Scott, affiliate of Cicero Costa and Action Reaction, the team will be seeing taking on TriStar in the final, and using a very similar guard underhook attack to sweep and threaten that position. You can see the impact of the coaching from those teams.
Do you find it's efficient with still being in full guard like that, reaching around and grabbing the leg?
I'm not crazy about it.
Yeah.
I find that's more effective attack in gi.
Yeah.
I don't think it leads to anything other than maybe a sweep in no gi, and a good athlete, you're not even going to get that. Coming back to that rubber guard position, again, as I mentioned earlier, the double bag can be a great way to prevent posturing, but it rarely affords you the ability to create the angles that you need to submit.
Yeah, I feel like it would do more hindrance than you're more defensive than anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, climbing to this position,
This
he
is
can get
different.
his elbow onto the other side. That's called an invisible collar.
Eddie Bravo style.
Eddie Bravo style. Andrew, I've seen him play a lot of rubber guard as well, so he's not going to be making errors in those positions. See Andrew posting his knuckles on the mat right next to Scott's head to prevent an angle change. That's a really positionally aware choice.
Also used like to kind of defend a triangle as well,
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. For the same reason, it prevents cutting the corner.
Right. We're back to that same position here. He's going for it. Oh.
3 minutes remaining in this position. Scott maintaining a fairly consistent rate of attack throughout the first 5 minutes of this match. I feel like Andrew's been on the defensive.
In top position, but not really much offense coming from Andrew.
As you said, when you get two guys that are physically matched up this way, that can sometimes negate some of your better tricks.
Sometimes it can be. I've been here before. It can be very frustrating being on top when a guy, kind of locks up his guard here, and there's not many opportunities to scramble or try to get through or break the guard or sweep.
In this style format, I would hope to see guys open up more and attack more, because there are no points. There is no value in stalling. And in fact, I would agree with Tony Isaac's call right now of stalling. Off your phone.
Referees starting them back in the center here. We got 2 minutes left.
Two minutes remaining.
Again, Scott's looking for that from the guard position, trying to attack the leg of Andrew.
Scott has Gringo and Monkey in his corner, two outstanding coaches. Anybody should feel good with those guys cornering them.
You can see the frustration starting to build in Andrew's face here in his actions.
You can see how flexible he is too. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, crazy.
And even the willingness to put the leg in that position where your opponent's weight can start to drop on it, which Scott's doing right now, and not be concerned, is
look at this.
He knows he's flexible. Wow. That's some creative entrances.
Hurting me just watching this.
Some of these jiu-jitsu guys, though, they play through these positions so consistently. They know the mechanics of their own body, and it's not. You and I might lose our ACLs, but they're fine.
Yep. We got 45 seconds here.
.30 seconds remaining.
You might see Andrew just kind of go for broke here and go for something.
Just to score some points with the judges, even just to give those credible submission attempts. Last 10 seconds. Can we catch something in the last 10?
the match.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event of the evening. Let's bring the Rockets! Our first fighter, he's fighting out of the red corner, representing Extreme Couture, Steve Sims!